Hey guys, Hans Johnson here, and we're live, hopefully on the right page. It's Friday afternoon, April 24th, and we've been going live all week at 4 p.m. With an update for the book that we launched on Tuesday of this week. There we go, flip it around, you can actually see it now. And first of all, just want to say thank you to you guys, all of you guys that have got yourself a copy. Many of you have bought multiple copies, getting the word out, spreading the word. I put out a challenge when we made the announcement on Tuesday that I'd be matching the dollar for dollar retail gross sales value at Amazon as reported by Amazon. That I'd be doing a donation to keensransom.org, dollar for dollar to help free kids that have been victims of the sex trade. And you can go to keensransom.org and get more info on that. It's a terrible epidemic and crisis. Very sadly, I talked about this in one of the previous videos. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but this is a symptom of a society that is sick. And even worse, that tries to normalize it through media, through entertainment, politics. But these are there's a market that has a demand, and the market always delivers what what it wants or what the market wants. There's a saying in marketing and in business, that says that the market is always right. And from a business point of view or a marketing point of view or a product development point of view, that's a great thing to keep in mind, because sometimes we get so focused on a certain idea or a product that we're invested in that we've maybe been trying to develop for years, or business that we've been trying to get off the ground. And when we've invested ourselves, or this could be the same thing with managing money, it applies obviously since we're talking about this book. But if you've been listening to my other videos, this book is not just a money management and an investing manual. This is a life and a thinking. This is a master strategy, strategy for managing money and managing wealth, building wealth, creating wealth. But think about this, okay? Before you can actually build wealth and before you can master that, you have to master yourself, okay? So just think about this, all right? And I talk about it in the book, but you're going to master money. Some of you have had success in your life, and you've, had it and lost it, had it and lost it, had it and lost it, got out of debt, got back into debt, got out of debt, got back into debt. And you've just been basically in this cycle, and that's because of this. And so once we get this straight, and then on top of that, we build the foundation with the right strategy, the right systems, the right formulas, okay? These mathematical formulas in here, okay? Then it's a done deal, But if you don't get this part right, and you screw the formulas up, and the worst part is you look at the formulas, you think, oh, that's simple. And then your mind, and I love smart people. I run into them all the time. There's a lot of them on social media are really smart people, and no disrespect. If you're a very smart person, some people have very high intellect or high IQ or a certain temperament type. I have friends like that. And, I love smart people that'll sit there and just argue everything, little thing or whatever. And sometimes we can be too smart for our own good. And we can basically think we know something here, but knowing it and doing it isn't the same thing. You might read some things in this book and you might say, oh, I know that, or I understand that. Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think you know. There's no end to the knowing. This world today is an information cluster fest, okay? There's no, there's no end to it, and so I've talked about that ad nauseum. So it's not about knowing, it's about how you do it. It's about simplifying your life. And this is the crazy part about it. More is not more. So more information, more questions, more answers, right? More, that's not helping you, okay? That's actually screwing you up. More philosophies, more, ideas, right? More, that's screwing you up, okay? And so what this book does is it breaks that stuff down into a mathematical system that's repeatable, that's automated, and but it deals with the mindset. And so there's a saying, this truism in the market that basically says that the market is always right. And basically that's an important business reality for us to keep in mind if we're entrepreneurs. And sometimes you can have a quote investment. This book will teach you what a real investment is and versus not. It'll teach you how to restructure things. And it's crazy once you get it lined up right and you get this system in motion and you get it. And the reviews, by the way, the reviews that we've been getting on Amazon are insane. Thank you guys for your reviews. If you haven't had a chance to put a review in yet, some of them are delayed. There's a bunch of delays right now. COVID is like crazy COVID, man. It's just screwing everything up. Certainly a serious thing. Certain communities getting hit and cities getting hit globally. Other places, not so much. It's just weird, right? So there again, I've talked about it. Did a big update yesterday on my what I think is going to happen with this economy. You need to watch that yesterday if you haven't seen it, and you need to get that out to people because I talked quite a bit about COVID. We're going to tag that on to our Corona Crisis Survival Guide series. The video that I did yesterday at the 4 p.m. update just happened to talk about why this thing, the economy, might you can watch the video. And if you already watched it, please comment in here. But big shout out to those of you that have put in your reviews on Amazon. They've been insane. They've been awesome. Super, super grateful, humbled, thankful. Book is still pushing. #1 bestseller list. It's jockeying back and forth with some big heavy hitters out there. So back to this. So it's the same thing when you're managing money. A lot of times what happens is, and I don't care if it's $1,000 or $10,000 or $1 million. I've known, this happens all the time. You throw good money after bad, okay? You can do this with your time, by the way. You get involved in a project, you believe in it so much, and the problem is the more invested you are, the more you do. And it's ego, it's a mindset, but it's not just that. It's easy to say, oh, it's ego, just let it go. But it's easy for you to say that for one thing here or one thing there and not realize that it's happening in other areas of your life. The reason why it happens is human nature. It's part of core primal human psychology, okay? And so this plays into business success, it plays into marketing success, it plays into product development success, and it unequivocally, absolutely plays into money management and investing as well. And so this concept of the market is always right, is a reminder to us that if our great idea isn't working, isn't resonating, we need to just accept that, hey, you know what? This idea ain't as great as I think it is, Now, the market is always right. It doesn't mean the market's always a good thing. And as I started this by saying, our society today and the world we're in is a very sick society. But you know what? No, it's not all bad. There's some great, good people out there. There's some great things out there all over the world. There's no one country. I'm an American, so I'm going to talk a bunch of blah about, America's this and that, whatever. Hey, I've traveled over 40 countries. And you know what? Every country has beauty in it. Every country has people that are absolutely amazing, that have good hearts and culture and food and history and tradition, and so, if you are in your country, you should be proud of your country. You should know your history and your culture, And one of the things that's been going on globally for some time is trying to destroy that, trying to wipe out individuality, individual freedoms, individual culture, language, borders, all this stuff. So this is some of what's going on in the world right now. But and I talked about this either yesterday or the day before, that when a society cycles between cycles of peak prosperity and despair, and I talk about it in the book. But one of the symptoms is this disgustingness of normalizing pedophilia and some of the other stuff. So the proceeds from this book, because the sex trade and the impact on kids is huge, and it's huge in the United States. And so we're taking all the gross proceeds that are happening, all the gross sales numbers through Amazon, which we don't get, by the way. They take their cut, the printing cost, we get less than 50%. From whatever it is. Okay, I'm taking out of my pocket, and I'm taking whatever that gross amount is, and I was gonna close it out today, and I'll make a decision on that. I don't know. I'm thinking about running it through the weekend. The problem is I have no idea what the hell. We have no freaking stats. I don't know anything. And I'm flying blind. I've been challenging everybody to try to bankrupt me by the end of the week. You know, I hope we're at least going to do $100,000 donation. You know, is it going to be $1 million? I don't know. You know, am I going to be bankrupt? I have no idea. You know, because it's an open-ended, unlimited commitment. Okay, so, and all the stats right now from Amazon are screwed up. So for those of you that are, I mean, they're not telling us. So that's what we're doing. Taking the gross amount, I'm going to be making a donation personally, proving to you that True Wealth Formula works in the middle of the worst financial crisis in 100 years. I'm going to take money out of my pocket and match that donation, because number one, this book is the answer. It's your survival guide to life and money. Okay, and it will help you. And I've talked about this ad nauseum, but I'll say it again: how to master money, live free, and build a legacy. It'll make sure that you and your family never again. If you're hurting right now from this crisis, and you're sick and tired of this crap, are you sick and tired yet? Are you done? Are you tired of being at the tail end of these cycles that happen right every few years? Right? Are you sick and tired of seeing these Fortune 500 CEOs get bailouts? There's a big, right now the colleges are getting freaking taken to task, taken to the woodshed, and they freaking deserve it. These are multi-billion-dollar colleges that run billion-dollar hedge funds that pay their football coaches $6, $7, $8, $9 million a year, that freaking dipped into the SBA small business loans to take money. Okay, and they're getting freaking bitch slapped right now, and they deserve it. Right? So are you tired of this system? This is the system that we're in. So yeah, you can be like, and I'm not happy about it. I'll rant and rave about it. I'm not pulling any freaking punches. Fortunately, when you have freedom, real freedom, you don't care what the hell you say, whatever the hell you want. You don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you listen to my videos and you say, "Oh, this guy's just this or that." I don't freaking care. I don't care. I've already lived that life. I've already been somebody else's. I've built business and done stuff and just said that sucked. So it takes a lot to get your freedom. Freaking takes a lot. And freedom isn't just about money. You can have a lot of money and still be a slave. You can have a big successful business, and there's a lot of people in this world that do, and they're freaking slaves. They can't speak truth. They can't say what they want to say. They're reading freaking scripts, And so it's not about making millions of dollars, although, money's a tool. You can do whatever you want with it, like we're going to do. We're going to help these kids. But, there's a certain type of thinking, and there's a certain methodology of living life and of managing money. Okay, money is resources, So, it's up to you, right? So it's nice, but I don't care. I don't care if I say something on here and you don't like it, or it offends you, or somebody else gets pissed off. I really don't care. Am I right all the time? No, I'm wrong a lot, but this book teaches you how to be right even when you're wrong. So, I've talked a bit about that. Guys, come on, have fun. Life's short, man. Life's freaking short. So this is the worst financial crisis. This is a global, and I've been telling you guys for months now. At this point, we're going into a global depression. We're already in it. Main Street's in a depression right now. Wall Street's freaking smoking crack and cocaine, and they're smoking freaking the peace pipe, man. Pass it along. Okay, this is a global crisis, and it's not going to resolve itself. It ain't going to be done tomorrow or next week or in 2 weeks or next month. Okay. And I talked a bit about that. I've been, so we're putting our money where your mouth is. And if you guys get copies of the books and, distribute them, get them out, get them in people's hands. And then during the worst financial crisis ever, in at least 100 years, there's nobody alive today that's ever lived, that's ever seen what's going on right now. Okay, so nobody can sit here and say, "Oh, it's going to be a V recovery." What are you talking about? And they're trying. They're going to throw so much money at it, So this is going to be. We're living in a crazy, awesome time in history. There's going to be so much opportunity out of this. It's not even funny. I do want to do a quick shout out. In the book. Well, first of all, I've been talking about this guy John Greenlaw. He's one of our MGC, our monthly group coaching clients. This bro bought 168 books. I've told his story. We just got another update that Billy Mixon did 100 books, which is freaking awesome. Billy, you're badass, dude. Right on, bro. And I know there's other people out there too. Post if you've already bought multiples, because again, we're not able to. We don't know. So let us know. What you've done. And if you're a cheap bastard and all you're doing is the freaking Kindle version, then step up to the plate. And if that offends you, well, have fun surviving this freaking stuff that's going down right now. If you're one of those people that is offended at words and gets your panties in a stretch when somebody says something that you don't like and it hurts your feelings, well, you're going to have a fun time in this world, because we live in a very freaking soft world today. Your ancestors, the kind of crap they put up with, the kind of stuff they survived, the stuff that they went through, right? And you're sitting there complaining about stuff, they would laugh at you. They would laugh you out of town, right? You would be ridiculed, freaking flogged, right? You would be flogged, and you would deserve it for whining and crying about the stuff that you whine and cry about. And I'm the same way. I'm not exempt from this, because it's our culture. It's the world we live in, So this is a good opportunity right now. We're gonna have to toughen up a little bit, or a lot of it probably. So. Awesome job, Billy Mixon. If again, guys, if you've been getting this out, doing some multiple copies, getting them out there, that'd be awesome. I want to do another important shout out. Well, my wife, Danny Johnson, amazing. She's helped get the word out, which is really great. We didn't know, like, business schedules, all this kind of stuff, and super thankful for that. She's a lot nicer than she's strong too and tough as nails. But we're very different. We in many different ways, and I'm very thankful that she's found a way to help us do well on this book. Basically, we just want to get it in people's hands. I want to do a shout out to Daniel Howell. He's a TWF client, and he's in our implementation program. And Daniel and I worked together last year. I think it was last year. There's some diagrams in this book, and Daniel's he's an art instructor at, I believe, a university, and he's an artist basically, and he. I forgot to show you my cards. Go to Amazon.com, get your book. Go to TrueWealthFormula.com, get registered, put your name and email in there so we can get you the free videos and the other stuff we're going to do. And then the third thing, KingsRansom.org. That's my job. You can go there too if you want to do stuff. I would recommend you do get on their list, but I'm going to be doing that donation. Okay. I think I am. Well, I'll make 2 announcements here in a bit. Okay, so anyway, let me. So Daniel, so you'll notice that in the book there's some sketches, and I was originally just using my own terrible handwriting, and it was so bad. It's bad when your own sketches and your own handwriting piss you off. And so anyway, Daniel, just want to shout out, thank you, brother. he did a great job, took some of the ideas and stuff like that, and we just needed some visuals that basically would work in the book and help some of these concepts get communicated a little easier. And Daniel and I did talk. I did talk to Daniel about this, and I got busy, and we need to circle back. But I'll just put this out there. One of my goals, and Daniel, brother, if you're still interested in this, hit me up. Maybe we can try to work on this sometime here in 2020, or if there's another artist out there that's interested in this, hit me up. But what I want to do, and Daniel did some other, we worked on some other, concepts and stuff. But what I would like to do someday is I'd like to get this into like a cartoon. I want to cartoonify TWF. I don't know what you guys think about that, but basically get it all illustrated, the whole system and the whole everything into an illustrated format. So that's a future. Just gonna put that out there. And I like to do barter stuff with certain people sometimes. So one of the, I was going to make a comment on I've had a chance to read some of the reviews on Amazon. I'm super thankful and humbled by that, guys. And there's a couple on there that I can see some people are really getting it. Like they're really getting that, holy crap, this is a reprogramming manual and this is math. And there's a couple comments from people on there that have said, wow, I'm already halfway through the book, or I'm already almost done through the book, and I'm already seeing how I just have to make a couple little adjustments, and now I'm able to actually know exactly, and they're freaking out. They're seeing how those tweaks and how this formula is literally going to cause their financial world to just freaking go nutso. And so I'm stoked on the reviews and the comments, and we get testimonials all the time. And I know that we have other clients that have been in our implementation program and that are also going to benefit from the book as well, because it's going to, just add that extra, in there. You can get signed up in our implementation program at truewealthformula.com/special offer. One of the things that there's a whole section in the book, it talks about this, this core system. We use this diagram, which is like this, Greek Parthenon type thing, where we have the foundation and then there's three core pillars. Debt, income, and assets, and then legacy is the capstone there, the roof or whatever. I talk about in the book, and I've talked about this for years with TWF. People say, well, why are you starting with debt? Why expenses? And because everybody thinks, and this is part of the switch in the brain that needs to happen, because the programming is, and the natural place that people operate from is, if the key to doing better with money, or the key to my financial planning, or the key to building wealth, or the key to being successful, whatever, is I need to make more money. Okay, that's the default program, and that's the program that's being reinforced through on average 10,000 media messages a day. Okay, basically reinforcing that more, bigger, better. Okay, and the stats, on the other hand, prove the exact opposite. That if you make more money, then you will just increase your debt. Okay, making more money you will not make better decisions, and you will not be a better money manager, and you will not build more wealth by just making more money. Okay, and so what we do is we hit it from both sides in the book, and in the system hits it from, we get what I call, it's a military principle. It's a crossfire principle. Okay, if you have military experience, you understand this. You do not. If you're in combat, the worst thing that can happen. The first thing is communication. If your communication breaks down, that's it. Boom. What is that in the book? That's this right here. Okay, and then the next worst thing that can happen is if you get pinned down and you get in a crossfire situation, you're toast, you're hosed, you're foobarred, okay? And so we actually use military style thinking and strategy and tactics in TWF to basically flip the tables around, both in the program, okay, in the mental model, and then in the actual monetary and financial model itself. And we put these things in a crossfire situation, and we flip it so that you're not the one that's pinned down in that situation getting destroyed, but that you are the one that's actually you're executing the crossfire, and you're literally destroying the thing that's been attacking you. Okay, this is another military mindset. I call it offensive mindset. You attack what's attacking you. It comes from, well, it's in the military. It's in particularly the Spec Ops community understands this really well. But in the Filipino martial arts, they have the gunting, which is the defang the snake concept, and it's used in weapon systems. I can't really explain it here. You can look it up or whatever. But you attack what's attacking you, and so we actually do that through these formulas, okay, through this system, and we show you how to actually reposition things and to basically freaking just annihilate debt, to jack your income up, to start cranking out and to build this wealth producing machine, okay? We show you what kind of assets to avoid, what kind of assets to target, and how to do that. So the book goes through the whole deal. But there's some, I'll tell you another thing that I've had, some of the comments that I've seen and the reviews that I've seen that have been super, man, just like, yes. A few people have just said, hey, and this is in the reviews, you can read them on Amazon. I've seen a few people say that, this book it's one in particular, it might have been an email that we got. Actually, I might be a little bit, I hope this guy puts the, I think it is an email that came through our system. I hope he puts it on as a review. Please put your reviews on Amazon so that other people can see them. And he said, he said this book is written in street language, and that it's basically helping him understand money and finances, and not complicated, ridiculous, accounting and financial terms and stuff like that. And so some of the biggest compliments that I've had, and this book, a lot of work, man, just ridiculous amount of work. And it's hard when you do a project like this, because every single time you work on it, and every edit you look at, you see stuff you need to change. And it sucks. If you're my kind of personality, it's freaking terrible. Because every single time, literally every single time you go through it, you feel like you have to redo the whole damn thing. I mean, it's the worst ever. But anyway, some of the comments that I've seen in the Amazon reviews have just been people saying, man, this thing is really helping me. It's helping me understand. It's making it so simple. It's not overcomplicating things like all the other stuff that's out there. And the dots are connecting, the dots are clicking. And what I really like seeing, and if you guys, what I'll tell you this as a tip right now is get on our app, the Wealth Builder app, go through this book, right? You need to have a highlighter when you go through it. I know many of you in the Kindle version are highlighting and different parts of the Kindle version, and you should get the Kindle version too, so you can start reading it right away while you're waiting for that paperback to be shipped because of the shipping delays and all that kind of stuff. And you can go through that and read that. And I want to tell you guys this right now. If you think that you're going to go through this book and you think that this is just some book you order, number one, if you order it and it sits on a shelf, we've all done that, okay? This is not the book you want to do that with, okay? Number one. Number two, if you think you're going to go through this book and this is just some kind of thing, you're going to read it, oh, that was cool, I know this information now, that's not it. This is a freaking, you want to go through this book, you want to tear this thing apart, dissect it, freaking highlight it, whatever. Get in our implementation program, because we'll hold your feet to the fire and we'll show you how to actually execute this stuff, right? For the price of a freaking terrible cup of gas station coffee a day, right? Like 83 cents a day or something like that, right? we'll have you implementing this. But we have an app. It's called Wealth Builder, and you can download it for free on Apple or Google Play. And we have calculators in there. They're proprietary calculators. The calculators are designed to work hand in glove with this system. The calculators are designed to work. Okay, so this is the app, the Wealth Builder app. TWF methodology is in that app, and we're doing some crazy freaking stuff. We're working on some stuff that's just going to be awesome with that app. We're basically embedding this psychology and this system and this formula into that app, and it's just gonna be awesome. So the app is how we deliver our implementation program content and their coaching content. But you can get the calculators, and as you're working through this, you can use those calculators. You can plug your own numbers in, and you can do some crazy awesome stuff. So that's a tip for you guys out there that have already bought the book. If you didn't know that, I would recommend that you master this book, okay? Master this system, get the app, okay? And learn those calculators. And if you're serious, sign up for our implementation program. I don't know what I think when I'm in this. Oh, there we go. Hey, what's up? Let me say hi to some people. Let me check and make sure I did my. So anybody in here? Right on. Awesome app. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it. You bet, guys. Okay, cool. Anybody, if you've bought more than one or whatever. So here's the deal. Let me. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm just scrolling through comments here. I'm on my iPhone. 7 copies. Right on, David. You're awesome, bro. I've been. Christy ordered 3. Good job. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Hey, man, whatever you did, I'm making fun of you if all you did was a Kindle, I'm calling you a cheap person or whatever. I'm just making fun of you. I mean, I'm serious, but I'm also making fun of you. I love you. And if that's all you can, it's 99 cents. It's a special discount this week, so it's going to go up next week. The Kindle version should be like your digital copy that you could do, but you really want the physical because you can highlight it and you can just throw it in your backpack, right? And just go through it multi mode. But I'm grateful for anybody, even if it's just the Kindle version for 99 cents. We're just trying to get this message out. We're trying to get the word out. We want this. 20 purchase. Dude, right on, Paul. Here's awesome. We're just trying to get this message out and to help people. If you're in a home-based business or any kind of financial services industry or anything like that, man, I would be this book. You can associate with this brand. You can put your business card on here. You can use it for lead generation as a reward for clients, whatever. To get your team, just get their mindset and their psychology and their thinking right. And especially if it's some kind of a business opportunity-based thing, help them learn how to actually build wealth, okay? And help them to understand what that business opportunity is supposed to be. That it's a vehicle, but a lot of people don't understand it. They think that the business opportunity is the thing. And I got to tell you, businesses come and go, man. This is the way the world is, okay? So you will learn from this book, and you will learn from this system what to do with that seed that's coming in. So you build the business, you crank the business, you get it going, but then you got to know how to manage that seed. Money is seed. You can either eat that seed or you can plant that seed. And the problem is with a lot of these businesses, they just hype everybody up on consumption. Drive that nice car, live in that nice house, you could show everybody. True wealth is not what you show, okay? So you can either be you can get all into the flash and do all that kind of stuff, or you can focus on building a legacy. You can focus on mastering real wealth building concepts. That business is an important part. It's a vehicle, okay? And they're awesome, absolutely awesome. But you have to understand, you have to know the difference, okay? If all you're doing, and some of these businesses are better than others and worse than others, but some of them really get you ramped up on spending all your money and showing it, you know, living nice and large and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, that's fun while it's happening. And you get all this recognition. They give you your pin and your 5-star general recognition program and you know, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, that's good, but you got to be smart. You need to be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. I talked about this yesterday, okay? If you guys haven't heard my video that I did yesterday, you got to listen to that video. You got to get that out to people. So a lot of people have been, you know, figuring out. And then my wife, I saw she did a video, and she's going to be doing a virtual First Steps to Success event that starts tonight. She's going to be talking about how to actually strategically do that kind of stuff. She's awesome. She knows her game. There's something else I wanted to mention. So if you guys have done multiple copies or whatever, if you've already read it, God, if you've already started reading it, please do. Buy more than the Kindle version, bro. Brad, I did a shout out to you the other day, man. You got a little place of glory in the book. You're like the first testimonial. You're like the first name on the first page in the book. You'll want to, if you didn't get a chance to listen to the video, I did a shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing amazing. All right, guys, it's probably good for now. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So a couple announcements. There's two. Whoops, what am I doing? Whoops, I don't know what I'm doing here. One, I think I'm going to, even though I'm flying blind, it does make me a little bit nervous because I have no idea. I don't know how the hell Amazon, what's going on here? I don't know how they can, I have no idea how they can tell us that we're #1 on bestseller list and they can't tell us how many copies are selling. It just boggles my mind, you know. And right now, COVID, that's the excuse for everything. So, you know, guys, if you know, if you're supposed to take out the trash and you forget and your girl gets on you about it, just look at her and just say, hey, babe, COVID, you know. All right, so I don't know how they could tell us this, and it's kind of, you know, makes me a little bit nervous because I'm putting myself on the line to do that big donation, and I really don't know if it's going to be 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is. I've basically just been putting it out, hey, try to bankrupt me. So here's the deal, and you can watch my other videos, but basically my thinking on that is, hey, you know, people go bankrupt all the time, and they do it for stupid stuff. They overconsume. You guys know that like a huge percentage of lottery winners end up going bankrupt within a few years. You know, so this is the issue. People think that the answer is more money. That's not the answer. Because if you don't know how to manage the money you have now, today, having more money isn't going to help. It'll only make your problems worse. It'll only make things worse. You know, I want you to think about that. I'm going to repeat that. If you don't know how to manage whatever the amount of money is you have here now today, having more money is not going to help. Okay, you will think it will help, and you will get excited, and you'll do your little, your little happy dance. Okay, but after a month or 2 or 3, that initial excitement is gonna fade, and because you're gonna take your habits and your thinking with you. Okay, so this will show you how to manage what you have now and how to cultivate it, make it grow. Okay, and so that you can position and prepare yourself for that 6 figures, for that 7 figures, for that 8 figures. Okay, so so what I am going to do, I'm going to make this announcement right now. I'm going to extend this through the weekend, and I hope I like I said, a lot of people go bankrupt for stupid reasons. Too much debt, too much spending, bad investments, whatever. And if I got to go bankrupt from by giving, just giving money away, not to anybody, but to help these kids who have been victims of the sex trade, then that's a good way to go bankrupt. So I need you guys' help. I can't do this alone. I can't go bankrupt alone. Okay? I really need your help. My software won't allow it. I can't do it. I can't go bankrupt without your help. I need your help. I'm asking for your help. And the only way that can happen is you spread the word, you get these videos out, friends, family, email lists, right? Eventually we will get the right stats from Amazon, and I'll be able to know, and we'll do that. But I think we're going to run it through the weekend, till the end of this weekend. And I'm thinking about this crazy idea, and I want you guys to put in your comments. I told this to a couple family members, and they're just like, oh my God, dude. So I'm probably going to do like an AMA and Ask Me Anything, and I'm going to be doing tequila shots when I do it. And I don't know if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow night or Sunday night or whatever. But I'm going to basically do a something fun, and just going to hang out by my pool at my house or do something like that. I'll let you know what time, but just be on the lookout for that. And if that's something you want to see me, if you want to see me do tequila shots while you do a, yeah, I got a gift the other day. So, so we might do that. I don't know. We'll see, see if it gets you too worried or not. But, maybe what I'll do is for every person that buys a certain amount of books, I'll do a shot, and we'll do like a final campaign or something. I don't know. So we'll see what happens, but spread the word. I'll let you know on that. We'll get you, we'll post it. We'll post an update through FBook, and we'll try to get an email out, and we'll have some fun. And other than that, I think this is good for this one. Keep in mind the first step schedule. Yeah, I know. We don't want to create too many conflicts, because I know there's a lot of you going to be in for doing the virtual first steps. Yeah, we might do. Let's send Hans bankrupt. You'll get a stimulus check. Yeah, I don't qualify for anything. All right, you guys are fun. Okay, I'm wiped out, man. Not much sleep this week. Basically a little bit delirious all week long here. I hope you guys have watched some of the other videos and you've had some fun. And I do appreciate you guys, like, huge. Those of you who've been plugging in and to what's happening here. So I'm stoked. I didn't know, man. I just decided to pull the trigger. What the hell? Get this damn thing out. I delayed it so many times. I kept delaying it for reasons that I've already, mentioned. And it was just like, whatever, man. Let's just get this thing out already. So anyway, hope you guys are liking it, and appreciate you. God bless. Have a great weekend. I'll put an announcement out. Keep your eyes glued for FBook alert. And if you're not on our mailing list, you want to be at truewealthformula.com, and make sure you're on that list so that you get an email. And like I said, obviously sign up for our implementation program. And we'll figure out a time to maybe we can have a drink together. Virtual drink sometime this weekend. We'll celebrate the success of this book that's already happened already, even if it didn't do anything else. And I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll be broke or not at that point. But if I am, at least it's for a good cause. So appreciate you guys. Thanks.